Hi, I'm Daisy.
And I'm Miranda.
And today we're going to be making
a Christmas tree.
You will need something to draw on, something to draw with. You'll at least need a pencil, probably. You do not have to use a Sharpie, but we're using a Sharpie and a pencil. And you will also need something to color with. We're going to be using colored pencils. Since we're making a Christmas tree, that is a lot of colors, so I am going to be using a lot of colors. I am going to be using 10 colors, I think. So 2 shades of blue. You will, if you want to, we're using 2 shades of green. So you might want to get 2 shades of green if you don't have that with you. If you don't, that is okay. You can still make your Christmas tree without it. First, we need to start our Christmas tree. So we are going to draw a triangle at the top of our paper, but we need to leave room for the star. The star is going to be about this big probably. So we should probably start by making our tree about here. So you're just going to draw a tiny little triangle. It's kind of hard to see, like that. Yeah, you can see it there. Just made it a triangle right there, at the top of my page. Now for this part, we're going to kind of draw a line and then draw a line going in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. You kind of want to make it a bit, you don't want to try to make it look perfect or anything. You just want to make it go out, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. I think I'll stop right there. The Christmas tree's a bit small, but that's okay. I think I'll make it a bit bigger than that. There you go. Okay, that's a better size. Then you are going to want to do the same thing with lines. So it should look something like this now. You're going to want to make more jagged lines going across to connect it. Except you're not going to want them to tilt one way. You're just going to want them to kind of point into the middle, like that. Because Christmas trees have leaves, and that's why we did all those lines. Now we have to make the trunk of the tree. I'm not going to make mine too big. I'm just going to start here and here and make it there. Then I will connect the lines. It is just a rectangle coming from the bottom of your tree. And then next we're going to make the star. And this is why you need a pencil. So you are going to take your pencil and draw a star that looks like this. Don't know if you can see it very well because I'm drawing kind of light. Oh no. So I drew a star right like that. I made it a bit too high, so I'm going to fix that and make it lower. So how you're going to actually draw your star is you are going to want to make 5 dots. Let's make one right here, one right here, one right here, one right here, and one right here. So I don't know if you can see those very well, but I made 5 dots there. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line from this dot to this dot. So you want to start on the left side of your paper. It looks backwards on mine, but you want to start on the left side and go from here to here. So let's draw that line. I'm drawing mine big so that you can see it better. You can do a practice one, or you can draw it on top of your tree. So we have a line, then you want to come from the top and draw it down to the dot right here. Let's do that. There you go. And now you're going to want to come from this dot and go all the way across your paper to this one. So you go up, down, left. How it goes so far, and then you want to come across. So we went across our paper. And last but not least, we need to come down and bring it down to here to finish our star. So the order was up, down, left, middle, down. You can rewatch that if you need to see how to draw a star again. But if not, we are going to continue making our tree. So you might be wondering why we drew the tree with Sharpie and we have a star in pencil. What we are going to do is erase the middle part of our star. So on this big star, I'm just going to show you what lines that you will want to erase. You are going to want to erase this line, this line, this line, this line, and this line. So all of those lines you are going to want to erase. Now we have erased the inside part of our star on our Christmas tree. So what do we have to do next?
We have to go over the lines of the star with Sharpie.
So you're going to want to take your Sharpie or whatever drawing material you are using. If you are using a pencil, we drew the star light. So if you drew the star really light and you're using pencil, you can just go over it and make it darker. So I'm going to go over lines of my star. And we have a star. Well, our tree can't stand on its own, can it?
No.
Unless it's still in the ground, it needs a Christmas tree holder. So for this, we are going to draw a half circle, but the top of the half circle is going to be on the trunk. So we're going to come here, start from the left corner. Now it looks like you're right, but it's actually my left. You're going to start from your left corner and draw. Actually, technically, you're drawing a quarter of a circle right here. I'm just going to draw a little circle there. And then you want to do the same on the other side. So now, it's your Christmas tree holder. Let's connect it on the bottom. And there you go. So, this is another step that we're going to do to make it more decorative. We are going to make a mat underneath our Christmas tree. It is a circle that goes around the holder.
I don't have much room.
That is okay if you don't have much room left on your paper. This step is completely optional. You can always skip it if you want, or you can do it best as you can fit it. We also are going to be adding some presents. So if you don't have room for presents, that is completely fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to start halfway up on the trunk and we're going to draw a line coming out on both sides. If you don't have a lot of room, you might not be able to make the full circle. It might have to go off the page, but that is completely fine. And then you are going to come out, I'll trace it with my finger so you can see what the shape's supposed to look like. And come like that. So it's basically just a circle. more like an oval actually. So you want to bring it out and draw the oval shape. And then your Christmas tree holder's there on top of the mat. And this time you will be able to use lots of different colors to color it. There are a few more things we need to do before we can color though.
We have to decorate the tree and add some presents.
Ornaments come in all different shapes and sizes. To keep this a bit simpler, I'm just going to draw some circles. So I'm going to draw a bigger circle towards the top of the tree, just like that. Then I'm going to draw a few little ones. I'm going to draw one little one there and a little one there. See? And I'm going to draw another big one here. And then some more little ones. So it's starting to look a bit more decorative. These are ornaments on the tree that we're drawing now. I'll draw another big one here. So now we have some big ones, some small ones, so you can keep making some more big ones and small ones going along the way. You don't all have to be big. You can make only big ones if you want to, or only small ones if you want to. You can even add some lights or different types of ornaments. But we are just doing it this way to keep it simpler. Now I finished decorating my tree with ornaments. You can always pause the video if we're going too fast at any time. And these are completed decorated trees. Now we have to add some presents now. So for the presents, it might come in handy if you have watched the video on how to draw an easy bow or the present one. But if you haven't, that is okay, because I'm still going to go step by step on how to draw a present. So how we're going to do it, because these presents are just little, we're not going to add too much detail. I'm going to draw a square on the right side of my paper. It looks like it's on the left side for you, but it is on my right side. You can draw it on any side that you want. So now that we have that, we are going to draw a slanted line, slanting. Since I'm doing it on the right, it's going to be slanting right. If you look here, I drew the line and it slants right. We're going to draw another one on this corner, slanting in the same direction. So it really doesn't matter what side you do it on, as long as they're all in this slanting in the same direction. Just like that. And we're going to do one more on this bottom corner. Remember, it has to slant in the same direction. Now, here's the fun part. We get to connect these lines. So I'm going to connect the top ones first. You're going to start at one and connect it to the other. Make sure all of your lines that we're poking out are the same length. That will come in handy when you connect them. And now I'm going to go from the top to the bottom. Draw a line there. Right there. Now we can make a bow. I'm just going to make a simple bow because this is kind of small. We don't need to add too much decoration. I think I will just make the bow just like that. 2 ovals. And then I'm going to draw 2 lines sticking out of it. 2 curvy lines. Just like that. And there we have our bow. Now, if you want to, you can add some ribbon. So you're just going to draw 2 lines in the middle of your page. Well, not your page, the present. See there? And that is your ribbon. You can draw, if you want to make it a bit more complicated, you can draw the ribbon on the top too. But you have to make sure you slant it this way, the same way that your lines are. So pretend like you're drawing another one of these lines, except you're making two of them. And you'll have a ribbon. Now that you know how to draw a present, you can make some more presents. I made 4 presents, 2 big ones on the side. They look identical, but I'll color them different colors. And 2 small ones in the middle. This one has some ribbon on it, a lot of ribbon. That one has some too. Neither of them have bows, because I didn't want to have to draw tiny little bows. You can make more presents than this if you want. You can make less, but I just made 4 presents. So I think we're ready to color. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. You can use the same colors as us, or you can choose to use your own colors. We are going to color the tree first though, because there is a certain way I want to show you how to draw it. For the tree, you're going to want 2 shades of green. If you only have 1 shade of green, you can always just use 1 shade of green for this. It is completely fine. Or you can go lighter for the light green and darker for the dark green. We're going to start with our dark green. And what you're going to do is just color it in like you'd normally color it in. But you don't want to completely color it in, because in those white spaces that you leave, that is what we are going to color in with our light green. So if you look here, I left a bit of white around the ornament, and I didn't fully color it in around some of the edges. And even in the parts that we did color in with dark green, we're still going to go over with light green. I have only colored part of my tree, but I'm going to show you how to do the light green. You might want to color in the whole tree with dark green before you do this step, but what you want to do is just color it over with light green. So you're just going to take your light green, or just press lighter, you only have 1 shade, and just color it in. And this will make it look like it's multicolored. Like it has multiple colors in it, so it will look more realistic this way. And again, it's totally fine if you only have 1 color. So this is what my tree looks like now. You can see that here there's no white spaces left. It's all colored in. So I'm going to go ahead and color in the rest of my Christmas tree. So now we have finished coloring our trees. So now you're going to color the rest. You can pause the video and choose your own colors, or you can wait till we are done and then pause the video and use the same colors as us. So we have to color in the star, the ornaments. This is the trunk of the tree. We'll color that in brown. On the stand, that can be any color. I'm going to make my star yellow, but you can make yours any color. And same with the present. So we're going to go ahead and color that in. One more thing I forgot. So for the star, I still have some pencil marks on mine. I think you can see that. Yeah, you can. So I am going to go ahead and erase that before I color. So, want to get started on coloring?
I started my star.
Okay, let's get started. we have finished drawing our Christmas trees. This is Miranda's. This was a long video and it took a little while to do, but it was super fun. And I hope you have a chance to watch some of our other videos. Bye!